Good morning. Telling me what I know there. Good morning, Grenada, Caracol, PT, Martinique. What up, what up, what up, what up? Bless up your whole selves. It's another beautiful day. A good day to have a good day. It's a terrific, tantalizing, tremendously splendorific Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Woggle, woggle. Bless up your whole selves. Trust you had a restful, peaceful Monday night, and you're ready to get Tuesday up and running. Monday for me was a beautiful day, and I expect bigger and better things as time progresses. Bless up all yourselves. Woggle. All right. Good morning. Calming down now. Good morning to those of you joining us on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, or should I say the GBN Production YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7, and all of you joining us on the Party Grenada and Go To Fet Facebook pages. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for tuning into Good Morning Grenada. Thank you for your time, your listenership, your viewership. Let's get right into this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is hold on, let me make sure I have it right. Exonomia. Exonomia. It's spelled E-X-O-N-U-M-I-A. Exonomia. It is a plural noun, which means items such as tokens or medals that resemble money but are not intended to circulate as money. Exonomia. Exonomia, a relatively new noun, which means items such as subway tokens or bus tokens that resemble money but do not circulate as money, is formed from the originally Greek adverb and combining form, which means out or outside, without, and the first syllable of numismatics, the study of collecting of coins. Exonomia entered English in the early 1960s. So the word of the day this morning is exonomia. It's spelled E-X-O-N-U-M-I-A. It's a plural noun, which means items as tokens or medals that resemble money but are not intended to circulate as money. An example of the use of the word: a hobby organization that celebrates taxes, or at least exonomia connected to taxes, celebrates a milestone anniversary this year. That's the word of the day. It's spelled E-X-O-N-U-M-I-A, and it's pronounced exonomia, and it is a plural noun, which means items as tokens or medals that resemble money but are not intended to circulate as money. On a monopoly, money qualifies. It resembles money, but it's not real money. Maybe monopoly money qualifies. Maybe. But that's what it means. Fake money, aka fake money. All right, let's see what's the thought of the day to get you through this. What was it again? Terrifically splendiferous Tuesday. The thought of the day is: don't dig up in doubt what you planted in faith. This is a thought that doesn't need explanation. Don't dig up in doubt what you planted in faith. Think about it. Let that marinate for a while. Just trust and believe. You planted the seeds. Just trust and believe that it will bear fruits. Don't dig up in doubt what you planted in faith. Let that thought be your thought going forward, not just for today, but for all the things that you have to do in life as you go through each day. Don't dig up in doubt what you planted in faith. You know when you dig up seeds where after you plant it, it never bears? Most times it never bears. Don't dig up in doubt what you planted in faith. I like that one. All right, let's see what is celebrated today. Today it is Tell a Story Day. Tell a Story Day encourages people of all ages to share stories. The stories can take many forms. You can read from a book or create one from your imagination. Stories recreated from childhood memory leave an indelible imprint on both the storyteller and the listener, no matter what story you tell. The day supports gathering with friends and family to share those stories. I always like a good what we call rake up. When mommy and grandma and daddy and grandpa tell you stories of yesteryear, of their childhood. I always love a good recap, especially when my family is always pure kicks and pure laughter. It bonds the family together. You get to see either the similarities of childhoods gone by or the differences in childhoods gone by. So share a story today. If you don't want to read from a book, you can always share a childhood memory or so with your loved ones and your family members on Tell a Story Day. Mommy, that means we have a recap to take place later. We'll do a WhatsApp video with Mimi and Auntie Ann and Pepsi. And we will have a story night tonight. Tell a Story Day. Participate, especially adults with your children. Tell a Story Day. When last you read a story for your child? Today is a good day to do it again. All right, information time. Right, vaccination centers. For those of you who are still thinking about it, let me tell you where the vaccination sites are for this week. Today is Tuesday, so the vaccination centers are at the Radisson Hotel, Radisson Grand Beach Hotel. And then they are also doing the vaccination at health centers this week. Today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, please the Lord, vaccinations will be held at health centers. If you want to go to a health center, you need to call ahead to make an appointment so that they can give you a date. It's not just a walk-in. They have to ensure that they have 10 people to get the doses. So it's best that you make an appointment if you want to get your shot or your jab at the health center. Other than that, you can get it at the Radisson, which is a walk-in site. Radisson Grand Beach today, Radisson Grand Beach and Montu SDA Church tomorrow, Wednesday. On Thursday, they will be at Radisson and Grenville. And on Friday, God willing, Radisson, St. Andrew and the Grenville bus terminus. Most sites are from 9 to 2 p.m. Montu tomorrow, please the Lord, is from 10. The Grenville bus terminal on Friday is also from 10. So please take note, those of you who want to get vaccinated. Today, Tuesday, Radisson Grand Beach and the health centers. Radisson Grand Beach and Montu SDA Church tomorrow, God willing. On Thursday, Radisson and Grenville. On Friday, it's at Radisson and St. Andrew and the Grenville bus terminus, as well as all health centers. Those of you who want to go to the health center, call ahead and make an appointment. And that is all I have to share. Just a reminder, yesterday the government, through the Government Information Service, saw it fit to send out a reminder that May 1st, which is Saturday, God willing, the May Day or Labor Day celebrations, is the national holiday, which means the Monday thereafter, that's 1st, 2nd, the 3rd of May, is not a public holiday. I've seen people asking if it's a public holiday, people quarreling that the 3rd is not a public holiday. Whenever a public holiday falls on a Saturday, the Monday is never a public holiday. I don't understand why people quarreling. So if you're one of the people who quarrel in, rest assured that this is nothing new. It has always been done when a public holiday falls on a Saturday. The Monday you have to wake up bright and early and go to work and to school and to whatever else you do on a Monday morning. Set up yourself right. No public holiday on Monday, May 3rd. Keep that in mind. The holiday is on Saturday. Let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, we bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. Thank you so much for tuning us. Money Matters comes up in just about half an hour. Stick and stay. Good morning, Grenada, coming back in a short.
President General of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, deems the action of police last Saturday as a scare tactic. To shed light on this latest development, a press conference was called on Monday at the union's office on the Carnage, St. George's. Details in this report.
Members of the Grenada Union of Teachers are not buying into the explanation given by the Royal Grenada Police Force that recent protest action were contrary to the COVID-19 regulations. Within minutes of words circulating that President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, was called in for questioning at the St. David's police station, dozens of teachers, trade union members, and community residents turned up outside the police station, lending their support Saturday night. For some, there were concerns that the death of Grenadian-born Canadian citizen Oscar Bartholomew brought back fearful memories, and the duty leader, bearing the same surname, was additional means for them to lend their support and ensure his safety. His assurance to the people came after he exited the station.
We will never be afraid. No. We will never be daunted. No. And I'm very
addressing the media on Monday, he is more determined than before to fight for public workers' 4% salary increase. Bartholomew told the media he sees the action towards him as total disrespect to all public officers. He said teachers were in accordance with the COVID-19 protocols. The union's president recalls when officers came to his home requesting he accompany them to police headquarters in St. George.
Afternoon. It was probably about 4 o'clock or something like that. I was at my home relaxing, all right, as I have the right to do. Then I heard some calling, so I looked out. And when I looked out, I saw about 3 plainclothes officers. They identified themselves as officers, and they almost commanded in the sense that you must go down to Fort George with us.
Bartholomew says he was questioned in relation to April 7th when teachers took to the streets of the capital to voice their dissatisfaction. He says they claimed teachers violated COVID protocols during the process. He explained what later transpired.
They brought me in a little room, a small room and such. I would make it clear that at no time that I was under duress or anything. At no time I was under duress. I knew my rights, and they did read me my rights. And they asked certain questions, which some questions my lawyer was not there, in which I refused to answer. Certain general and basic questions I answered. But what I found strange, I did ask them, are you trying to profile me? What are you trying to gather some information about the Grenada Union of Teachers, that you want to know how many members we have? I didn't answer that. And what was even more amazing and surprising, they wanted to know what is our tactics, how do we, what is our means of bringing our members out, by what means?
The President General further questioned the motive as he highlighted the presence and accompaniment of the lawmen.
Of April, there were police presence. There were police presence. They accompanied us. They accompanied us. And if they would have thought at this moment that we did not get the necessary permission, why didn't they carry us or carry me to the fort or to the police station at that moment? They didn't do that at that particular time. So they're just trying to send a strong message. They accompanied us. They knew our movement. In fact, there was a senior officer there. When we were talking about the rules in terms of for teachers, let us be responsible, and we make sure that we did that. We made sure. I went up on the van for everybody to see me, and the police stood there. And we talk about in terms of walking in single files, obeying the 3 feet social distance. And what is so hurtful, and that particular day, the teachers did it well. More hurtful for us, the officer in khaki commended me when I finished speaking to the teachers.
GUT's first Vice President, Justin Courtney, added his voice, saying Saturday's visit was not necessary. As to whether legal action will follow Saturday's act by the lawmen is left open for discussion, Courtney said. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Still on the topic, ranking officers within the Royal Grenada Police Force say that the questioning of GUT President Jude Bartholomew surrounds an ongoing investigation regarding possible violations of the Emergency Powers Act and breaches of the COVID-19 protocols. Bartholomew was questioned at the St. David's Police Station on Saturday, April 24th, 2021, by officers of the Criminal Investigations Department. At a media briefing on Monday, Assistant Commissioner of Police Franklin Redhead says the move made by the police is not intended to prevent anyone from exercising their rights.
We are in no position, and certainly I want to state this very clearly, to prevent anyone from having their say or to exercising their democratic rights. However, these are not conventional times, and we have to ensure that within the frame of expressing those rights, we do not cause other rights to be violated as well, because we all live in a small society, and everything is connected. So what happens to one part of this system will affect naturally other parts of the system as well.
Redhead said the president was questioned for just over 2 hours without charge and was allowed to leave upon conclusion, pending further investigations.
Ongoing investigation. It's an ongoing investigation, and we have the statutory right to question anyone pursuant to any investigation that we have an interest in. And in that regard, I want to certainly reaffirm our commitment as an institution to ensuring that while we will facilitate persons' rights within the context of our democracy, we also have an obligation to pursue matters relative to having these issues successfully investigated and concluded if there are any violations that we perceive to be happening.
The RGPF is appealing to the general public to cooperate as they manage this difficult period. Teachers say they deemed Saturday's questioning of their union's President General Jude Bartholomew as a form of victimization. They say it is within their rights to take action, as was demonstrated on Monday. Let's get the details.
Teachers are not letting up. Even after the union's president was called in for questioning, they are saying they are not daunted. They will continue to fight for what is rightfully theirs. Parents and retired teachers stood in solidarity with the teachers at the St. Martin de Porres RC School on Monday. Teachers took their lunch hour to show team spirit with the union's president Jude Bartholomew over what transpired on Saturday. Shop steward Cheyenne Date says they will not be intimidated.
Well, we deem the questioning, the retaining of him as a form of victimization, because there were other matches, there were other events around the island that would have broken the protocols. And to our knowledge, we didn't hear of any questioning or any arrest or so. So why is it that why was it so necessary for our leader to be called in for questioning in regards to the breaking of protocols? So we're sending a message today that we're standing up against victimization and we're standing to it our colleague. We're sending the message that we're not being daunted. We will continue to struggle and we'll fight for whatever is ours. We're the pension, the 4%, we're fighting.
Teachers were not the only ones on the streets of Crowshoe St. Andrew on Monday. Other individuals say it's only fair the teachers be given what they deserve, the 4% salary increase that should be paid since January.
Yeah, solidarity and support to the teachers of our nations. And because I think it's unfair that what they're going through, the government have always asked for sacrifice. Remember, I'll do anything for teachers, right? It's not that against the government, but I'm supporting the teachers because they need their money, right?
You're a teacher. I am a teacher, but I'm not willing to share. I'm just participating, supporting my president and my fellow colleague at the school.
Out here to support the teachers. Been a teacher for over 39 years, and I think the struggle, we should not give up the struggle. We should not give up at all, because we have worked hard for that, and now is our time to get back. We deserve it. We are not asking for something that doesn't belong to us. It belongs to us.
Teachers promise they will continue to stand as a unified body and will continue to voice their concerns. Christina John, GBN News.
Shifting gears now, one man is facing charges of non-capital murder following a shooting incident in St. John, and 2 serious accidents have been recorded in St. George and St. Andrew over the weekend. Details in this report.
A 26-year-old man has been charged with 2 counts of attempt to commit non-capital murder and 1 count each of possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. Those charges were laid against Jonathan Richards of Guelph St. John by officers of the Criminal Investigation Department, Guelph Police Station on April 26, 2021. Richards was charged following a shooting incident that resulted in an 11-year-old child receiving gunshot wounds to his arm. He's expected to appear at the Guelph Magistrates Court on Tuesday, 27 27th April 2021. On Saturday, police issued a wanted man notice and Richards was subsequently detained. Police also reported 2 serious accidents on the weekend. Sergeant Kevin Williams of the Traffic Department attached to the South St. George Police Station provided details on the first accident, which occurred on Saturday evening at Woburn St. George.
When the accident occurred along the Woburn Public Road, about 8:10 p.m., well, 6:10 p.m. on Saturday evening. It involved 2 motor vehicles, a RAPO van and a Toyota Corolla car. And as a result of the impact, the magnitude of the impact, 2 persons was taken to the General Hospital to undergo medical treatment. A passenger in one of the vehicles along with both drivers. They were treated at the hospital, and up to this point, they all have been discharged.
Meanwhile, in Hope St. Andrew, on Sunday night, another serious accident was recorded, this time involving a motorcycle and a car. Sergeant Aaron Thomas, attached to the Traffic Department of the Grenville Police Station, made a statement on the accident and updated GBN on the status of the persons involved.
I can confirm that on yesterday's date, there was a motor vehicle accident on the Hope Public Road, which involved 2 motorcycles and a motor car. The accident was reported to the station at 17:55 p.m. Officers attended. There was 2 persons who were taken to the hospital. One was released based on our last information received, and one still at the hospital.
Sergeant Williams implored motorists to practice safe driving when traversing the nation's roads.
At the same time, imploring persons like the motoring public, that is, to exercise caution when using the nation's road, especially in regards to speeding and recklessness. We want to implore persons to drive with due care and attention, and at the same time to exercise to obey all the rules of the road regarding signs and speeding and all those things. The whole intention of it is to ensure that the road is made safe for all those users. So that's hence the reason I'm speaking like that.
Both accidents remain under investigation. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
We analyze the issues of the ongoing industrial climate, mandatory vaccines, and a suggestion to privatize the Maurice Bishop International Airport with former Prime Minister, Mr. Tillman Thomas. Welcome, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, as a former Prime Minister of this country and as a lawyer by profession, the industrial climate is heating up amidst a pandemic. On one hand, the police are holding the trade unions on the COVID regulations, and on the other hand, public officers and their trade union representatives feel their rights are being infringed on, fighting for something they already earned. Where do you think we go from here to find settled ground?
Well, this is a time for meaningful engagement. When the government was about to introduce the structural adjustment program, the government solicited the support of all the stakeholders. And now is the time for the government again to engage the teachers' union as a stakeholder. There is an agreement, a binding agreement, and the government should honor the agreement. That's a fact. Of course, there's another fact that government would say that its revenue stream has been declined to a certain extent. That's a normal revenue stream. But there's another source of revenue, which is the citizenship by investment. That fund has millions of dollars in it. It has not been disclosed to the public, but that fund could be used to address the teachers' issue. So it is not a time really for intimidation. The government should not intimidate, or the police should not intimidate the teachers. There are several organizations and people are having social gatherings throughout the country, and we have not heard of any one of them being taken and questioned by the police. Why the president of the teachers union? We have to ask ourselves that question, Because you go throughout Grenada and people are engaging in social and other activities, but the police never took anyone for questioning. Now, they're taking the president of the teachers union, and they have a right to stand up for what they sign up to, and the government should live up to its expectation. I think the government also has a responsibility to diffuse, instability in the society. We want to see a stable society, and the government has the paramount responsibility to ensure that things go on peacefully in the society. So the government should create that environment where people could engage in meaningful discussion instead of intimidation.
Now, would you say that unions fear that government may block them from protesting? I mean, in terms of the law, can protesters be prevented from demonstrating? And if so, on what grounds?
Well, I don't think government could prevent them from protesting. People have a right to express their view, the right to assembly, the right to speak out, and the right to peacefully protest against things that people are not happy about. I don't think there is any way that they could be stopped once they're operating within certain guidelines. We live in a democratic society. We have a constitution that provides for our constitutional rights, in particular our rights, or the right to assemble, the right to speak out. There are several rights that are fundamental in the Constitution, and those rights have to be respected.
Now, another one of the issues in the public domain is the issue of the mandatory COVID-19 vaccination. Do you see this issue as one that can occupy an already challenged court system here in Grenada?
Well, if government or if business insists on people should be vaccinated before being employed, that could create some legal issues. I think it should be voluntary. If a person wants to be vaccinated, then that person should be vaccinated. If a person does not want to do it, I don't think that person should be discriminated against. I believe that we all want to see a healthy society. We all want to live in a community where we all are safe and secure. But at the same time, I can't see people being forced to take the vaccine.
Now, what would you say, because many of our viewers on GBN News, many of them may be in situations where they are perhaps giving an ultimatum. What can they do from a legal standpoint? Is there any grounds to them refusing vaccination and still retaining their jobs?
Well, I mean, if the jobs have been threatened, that could be challenged. I mean, maybe an issue could be raised before the court as to whether one could deprive a person of a livelihood because that person refused to take a vaccine. That's a matter that the court may have to answer one day in our jurisdiction in Grenada and other parts of the region, maybe.
Okay. Now, while you're here, we'd love your comments on one of these recently happenings. Recently, an Egyptian investor suggested the privatization of the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Do you think that investor is seeing poor management skills in the present administration, or is there something else?
Well, I find that the investor shows some disrespect for the authorities in Grenada. I believe that the authorities in Grenada, they have let down the guard. You have to assert yourself as a government. That should come from the government of Grenada. If any statutory body or any has to be privatized, it should come from the local authorities. It doesn't look good for some businessman or some foreigner to come and stating that we should privatize our airport, knowing the history and the background of the Maurice Bishop International Airport. I mean, it should be the last statutory body that, people should think about privatizing. I mean, you may not know, you're a young person, but there are lots of Grenadians who went about selling bonds and doing all different things to get this airport going. There's something sentimental about the Maurice Bishop International Airport to lots of Grenadians, especially those who were involved in the revolution. And again, I think it is an insult to the Grenadian public for some foreign businessman to be coming and suggesting that we should privatize that airport.
And what do you think about the management of the MBIA?
Well, again, I cannot pass judgment on the management. There is always room for improvement. But prior to COVID, it would appear that the management was going fairly okay.
Okay. Former Prime Minister Mr. Tillman Thomas, thank you so much for joining us this evening on GBN News.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much. And continuing with the conversation of vaccination, 2 Grenadian health professionals based in New York will be joining in Beyond the Headlines tonight with host Odette Campbell. Dr. Barbara Gordon, a medical practitioner, and Mrs. Kizzy Belfon-Louison, epidemiologist and senior research analyst. You can check Beyond the Headlines out at 8:35 p.m. on this platform. And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. The president of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, on Saturday was visited at his home by police officers and asked to report to the St. David's police station for questioning, reportedly because of the union's latest protest action for the 4% salary increase. According to a statement released by the RGPF, this was in relation to an ongoing investigation regarding possible violations of the Emergency Powers Act and the breach of COVID-19 protocols.
We will never be afraid. No. We will never be daunted. No. And I'm very happy and delighted to come in front of the police station for the Grenada Union of Teachers. And for our freedom. And for the 4%. And for our pension. And they did it already. They could do it tomorrow morning and anytime again.
GBN's online audience took to the comment section to share their thoughts on the situation. Kenneth commented, the RGPF through this statement sounds like Comedy Central's latest episode. The Emergency Regulations Act, like every other act, isn't specific to just a few, but should be adhered to by all. Raphael added, the police should never be used as a weapon of the state against opponents of the government. This is fully unacceptable in 2021. Harriet commented, Grenadians' rights are being trampled upon. Sad state of affairs, this could never be progress. Dale asked, wait, where am I living? Grenada or North Korea? Marcel warned, let's not have a repeat of the Geary days. Asha commented, every Grenadian must stand behind this brave heart of the soil and see to it no harm or hindering comes to those that stand up against tyranny and invaders of Grenada's people and their constitution for real. RGPF, it's time you take time out to understand the part you play in keeping law and order, and in such cases, use your discretion over dictatorship before it's too late. And Jocelyn commented, we will continue the fight. Never give up. We must fight for our rights. Long live GUT. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN ISAW lens.
In tonight's ISAW, we have loads and loads, or rather loaves and loaves of bread being thrown away in Trinidad. This due to a recall by the Kiss Baking Company, which confirmed its recalled bread over the weekend, but denies it was for the presence of glass, as being reported on social media. A statement from the general manager said a recall was initiated because the company suspected that a piece of plastic may have contaminated a loaf of bread. See anything that catches your eye? Send us a photo or video via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Understanding our ocean is education for life. Encourage your students to learn about marine life, water quality, sea level rise. Let them explore sciences. Encourage them through field trips and scholarships. The more they know, the better they can protect our oceans from litter and climate change. Let them rise to the challenge. The ocean is our responsibility, their inheritance, their future.
This message brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the Government of Norway. Remlit, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product detox combo pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
The 61st annual meeting of shareholders of Grenada Electricity Services Limited will be held virtually on Zoom, as well as the Grenada Trade Center on Thursday, 29th April at 10 a.m. Given the risks of COVID-19, shareholders are strongly encouraged to attend the meeting virtually. Virtual attendants are required to submit a proxy for voting. In keeping with COVID-19 protocols, limited seating is available for in-person attendees. To confirm availability and reserve a seat, or for information, please call Grenlec at 237 extension 312.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Bruv.
Hello? I can't see you.
What's good?
But I can't even hear you.
Yo.
Hello? Hello? Ah.
Okay, I see. I'm good. I'm coming in.
Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, they easy?
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of it, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product detox combo pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Get Ruby Gas. Get cooking. Ruby Gas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Ruby Gas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Ruby Gas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Ruby Gas? Get Ruby's, get going.
You're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Feel good facts. Help prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Can you spend
Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a week after developing symptoms, so rest up and take it easy.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5. And can you spend wisely and have more savings? Yes, you can. Learn more with Money Matters on GBN Television. The Money Matters series explores 12 top ways to save money. In this series, you would learn how to save by setting up your spending money right. Save on vehicle loans, home improvement projects, your credit cards, and even on prescription drugs. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 7:15 for Money Matters, a lighthearted conversation with financial planner Tali Francis. Follow the rebroadcast on Thursdays at 6:50 p.m. and on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Money Matters is a financial literacy public awareness program sponsored by Republic Bank Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. I know what you're saying. Well, with him, why are it taking so long? We are having some technical issues. We are having audio issues, I should say. Mr. Francis, I'm not getting his audio properly, so there's a bit of delay in the start of Money Matters this morning, but we'll keep working at it. In the meantime, we're going to start this, we're going to do it the other way around. Instead of Money Matters and then Trivia Tuesday, we're going to start with Trivia Tuesday, and hopefully we'll be able to rectify what the audio issue is with Mr. Francis, and then we can get to some Money Matters. This morning, the topic for Money Matters is how to save on insurance. And I know that's some information a lot of you would welcome. So hopefully we can get that sorted out in a short, and we can have this morning's discussion. But in the meantime, while we work on it, we're going to do this morning's Trivia Tuesday. All right, so there we go. This morning we're dealing with, I may not stick to fruits and vegetables. You know what? We're dealing with things. In case I digress, let's deal with things while we sort out Money Matters. All right. So this vegetable, let me give it the benefits. This vegetable can aid with digestive health. It can help with weight management. It is high in antioxidants. It is good for your health. It is versatile, meaning you can use it any and every hoe. Any and every hoe? Any and every hoe. What vegetable do you think I am talking about? This vegetable can aid with digestive health. It can help with weight management. It is high in antioxidants. It is good for your heart. And it is versatile, meaning you can use it any and everywhere. Or I should say most places. Some people very touchy. Most places, some places. However you want to put it, it's versatile. The landline number 435-2041. The WhatsApp number is also 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp. Don't send me a picture of the vegetable, please and thanks. Just take your time and type it out. Let's go to the first caller. Which vegetable am I talking about? Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Pomegranate?
Pomegranate is a fruit. Pick a vegetable.
A vegetable? Okay, maybe carrot?
Carrot? Okay, hold on to that still.
All right.
Let's go. Which vegetable am I talking about? All I know I had to throw in the bad English. Which vegetable are I talking about? Lots of English people that's vexed when I come on. Let me see. Let me go by WhatsApp and Facebook in the meantime. This vegetable It helps with digestive health. It is good for weight management. It is high in antioxidants, good for your heart, and it is versatile. And the article says versatile like a potato, which means you can use it in most dishes if you like. The landline number 435-2041. The WhatsApp number is also 435-2041. Please only written messages on WhatsApp, and you can also send in your answers on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page and the GBN Production YouTube channel. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
How you do?
I'm fine.
What do you think the answer is?
Cabbage.
Cabbage? All right, hold on to that still.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I like the variety of answers. I like when all the varietable. I like when all the versatile like this vegetable. You know, almost give all the answer. All right, let me go back to the landline. Still not hearing. Sorry, Olia, speaking to Mr. Francis. Still not hearing. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Blossom.
Morning.
Morning to your listeners and your viewers. I think the answer is ginger.
Ginger? Why you feel it's ginger?
Because it does. You can use it in almost anything, in drink and food. It does things. It helps to. That is something people use when it helps to deal with gas, as they say. It does. It helps to do with inflammation, and it's an all-round thing. It has a cousin which I don't think could answer the question, could prove for the question you asked.
Okay.
In which it could be used in everything, almost anything.
Almost anything. Okay, hold on to that still. All right, there we go. Mr. Francis, still not hearing you. Still not hearing you, Mr. Francis. Still not hearing you. All right, there we go. Which vegetable am I speaking about? It's good for your heart, high in antioxidants, weight management, digestive health, and it is versatile like a potato. I like a potato. Let me see what's on Facebook. Nobody on Facebook yet. Let me see what's on WhatsApp. WhatsApp also always coming through. WhatsApp says cabbage, pumpkin, eggplant, cauliflower, pumpkin, papaya. Papaya is a fruit. The answer is a vegetable. Let me go. Okay, let me give Ollie a hint. I just feel sorry for Ollie, you know. Let me give you a hint. It's a vegetable. No, I can't give Ollie a hint. If I give Ollie a hint, I'll give away the answer. I can't think of a hint that would not give away the answer, you know. Let me think of a hint. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
How you do?
Fine, thank you, and you?
I'm great.
Okay.
What do you think the answer is?
Eggplant, a.k.a. melangen.
Why you feel it's eggplant?
I'll make a guess.
Okay, well, try again.
Okay, love.
All right, thanks. Say something, Miss. No, I'm still not hearing you. You're going to wheel and come again? I know. Oh, type it and Zoom make a type. I'm still not hearing you. Still not hearing you. No, it's fine, because I'm hearing other things. So it's not from my end, because I'm hearing everything else. And mine is okay, I'm not sure. Okay, so here's what to do. Sorry, everybody, I'm trying to sort out with Mr. Francis so we can get money matters going. So, Mr. Francis, you exit the Zoom. I'll restart the meeting, and then we'll come back and see if that helps. Okay, so let me restart the meeting. In the meantime, let me go back to the phone lines. Which vegetable? I'm still thinking of a hint. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
Hanging in there. How you doing?
I did it. Fighting a good fight.
You did it. You still right there.
Okay.
How was the weekend? Good?
Weekend was good.
How was Mom?
Mommy is great.
Give her my love.
I shall do that.
What are we talking about?
Which vegetable is versatile like a potato? It's good for your heart, high in antioxidants. It's good for weight management and digestive health.
Oh, I think we should use some broccoli.
Broccoli? Mm-hmm. All right, hold on to that
some
still.
Cauliflower.
Okay. All right, hold on to that one.
All right.
Have a good one. I still can't get, the only hint that comes to mind is the way that I love to eat it. And I can't. Okay. Let me give all of this one. This vegetable can be used both green and ripe. I think that give it away, eh? But it can be used both green and ripened. Ripened. All right, let me see. Let me go back on WhatsApp. No, let me go on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says carrot. Somebody else says turmeric. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. I think it's plantain.
Plantain?
Yeah.
Why you feel it's plantain?
Well, plantain is very rich in plantain and banana are very rich in a lot of different areas, different things.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
It is plantain.
Okay then.
Thank you.
I see.
All right. Mr. Francis, I'm still not hearing you. And I'm not sure what the issue is. Let's take a break. Viewers and listeners, let's take a break. Let me see if I can work some magic here. And then we're going to come back and see if we can have Money Matters. I'm determined to have Money Matters because insurance is an important subject. Stick and stay. Good morning, Grenada. We'll be back in a very short, hopefully.
Now that we have invites.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
There are some islands down in the south you don't know nothing about. That's my Grenada, Carriacou,
Grenada's chief medical officer has ordered that all confirmed positive COVID-19 individuals, their contacts, and members of their household must remain in quarantine or isolation for 4.
All right, we're still trying to sort it out, but I'm hopeful and optimistic. I think positively. The glass is half full. So we're still working on it, getting Mr. Francis into this morning's program for Money Matters. As soon as he rejoins, I've restarted the Zoom, just giving all an update. So all you know, y'all are part of the production process. I'm giving all the update. I've restarted the Zoom, and hopefully that would fix the problem. In the meantime, while we wait on him to rejoin the meeting, let's get back into Trivia Tuesday. I think I gave already the answer. Yes, a gentleman called with the answer. The last round. This vegetable, it aids in digestive health, weight management. It's high in antioxidants and good for your health. Versatile like a potato. I think that's my favorite description. The answer is plantains. Plantains, if you want to be fancy with it, plantains. The hint I almost give Ollie, I was going to tell I was going to give away the answer. The hint I was going to tell Ollie is it is best when fried, when it is overripe and fried. That would have surely given away the answer. That's the best overripe plantain. Fried overripe plantain is the bomb. The bomb diggity. Only know you have people that don't eat fried plantain. That is the kind of people we don't need in real life. That kind of negativity. How could you not like fried plantain? I don't understand. This kind of negativity we don't need in real life. Anybody who don't like fried plantain, I ain't sure you should trust them. I'm not sure you should trust anybody that don't like fried plantain, because fried plantain comes straight from the heavens. Trust me. All right. Mamot Santo water is a fried plantain. Let's go back into the dance. Right. So let's go back into the dance before I get up here and go and look for plantain to fry. So the next one. This, what should I call it? This crop. Hold on, wait, no, Ollie. Hold on there. Mr. Francis is back. So let me see if we're cooking with gas before adhering something. Getting the juice there now. We looking good now. There we go. All right, so let me introduce it properly now. Thank you very much for coming back to Good Morning Grenada. It's now 20 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, a collaboration with Republic Bank. It's sponsored by Republic Bank. In collaboration with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, we bring you Money Matters, where we give you some tips on how to make your money work for you. That's a phrase I like. Letting your money work for you, that it doesn't run out of your pocket. And joining us once again is financial consultant, Mr. Tali Francis. Morning, Mr. Francis.
Morning, Blossom. I couldn't put some blossom in my morning easily today. I don't know why.
Technology doesn't work with us always.
And the thing is that I had no insurance in place for this morning.
You see, let that be a lesson. Insurance is important.
A big lesson. But I was able to change it up, you know. Can I share screen at one point today? You have to give me a permission to.
I wonder if I know how to do these things, goodness. Hold on, let me figure it out. Right, so this morning we are talking about, hold on, how to do shared screen again, Ollie? Hold on there. Allow participants, hold on there. Still figuring out what Blossom doing with your life. Hold on there.
I think you have to go on the share screen button itself.
The question is where that button is.
At the bottom of the screen.
There we go. Share screen, share. Yes.
No. You have to. No, you are sharing it to make me share.
Okay, hold on. Yes, Timothy, come to me. Hold on, I had to bring in the people. I have to bring in the people to help us. Blossom is not too au fait in the dance. So we have, you see, look, people can't see it, Timmy.
yes, looking for it.
Yeah, give me permission to share so that I could, at least I could make the thing brief. I know we don't have much time today, so if I use that option, we'll get through as much information as you wanted to
as possible, right?
Well, let's start the chat, no problem.
Yes, let's start the chat while Timothy set up himself. Is set up already? Thank you very much, Tim. His name is really Timon. I call him Timothy. I have no idea why. His name is Timon. I don't know why I call him Timothy. That's just it. All right, so let's go, Mr. Francis. Let's get right into it. We're talking about saving on insurance. How can you save while getting the insurance that you need to live life?
So you want to know how you get the coverage that you need, but at the same time, you don't spend more than you should be spending on it.
Exactly.
Yeah? Well, insurance is an interesting thing because, a lot of people shy away from insurance. A lot of people think that this thing can make no sense. So perhaps it's a good idea to just start by just saying exactly how insurance works, right? So just for a few minutes, insurance is all about coverage, yeah? So that's the most important thing to know. That it's protection. You're protecting yourself against something that might happen. You don't know if it will happen, but it might happen. The problem is that if it does happen, that you will have a hefty bill to pay. So the idea of insurance is that you pay the insurance company so that they will take on the risk, that if the thing happens, they will pay the money and you will not have to pay the money. That is how it works in principle, yeah?
All right, understood. So, but many people consider insurance as a waste of money, unfortunately, especially if you never end up actually needing the insurance. How do you feel about that? What's your response to that? People's thoughts?
Well, again, that is one of the manifestations of a money attitude that is not correct. Because as we say, insurance is about expense to cover, to protect, and to cover if something happens. Now, what it really means is that when we say that, we're saying that if the insurance didn't pay out no money, then we didn't get our money's worth. But that's not true. If the insurance didn't pay out any money, it's still quite possible that you get your money's worth. And this is where I will just take a shortcut and try to share a screen so that we could give a little example of that, right?
Right.
Let's suppose that you have a car insurance, and the car insurance that you have is one that I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. The car insurance that you have is one that gives you the coverage of a tree falling on your car, right? If you have that kind of insurance, it means that what you are trying to protect yourself against is having to pay the damages if a tree actually falls on your car. You're not sure that it will happen. The insurance company don't know that will happen, but you have that as one of the possible things that could happen. So you insure against that. Now, let's suppose you do that. And let's suppose in the country, right, what you have in the country is a 1% chance that the tree will ever fall on your car inside a year, right? Suppose you have only a 1% chance of that. So you are insuring against it knowing there's only a 1% chance. But three things could happen. The first thing that could happen is that a tree could actually fall on your car. That is possible. And that is a rare scenario because we know there's only 1% chance. But it is possible it can happen. If a tree falls on your car, what you would then have is that the insurance company will step in and they will reimburse you for the damages to the car. A second scenario could happen, that the tree doesn't fall on your car once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5, but 6 times. If a tree falls on your car 6 times in a year, then what happens is that the insurance company pays for the damages 6 times in the year. A third scenario could happen that no tree at all fall on your car in the year. But this is probably the most likely scenario because there's only a 1% chance. Now, if that happened, no tree fall on your car in the year, it means that the insurance company will not pay out any money because there is no damage done in the year for the tree, for the insurance company to pay for. And therefore, you are now thinking that in the bad money attitude that your money went to waste. But that is not true. It is not true that your money went to waste because you had the coverage in the year. So you pay the insurance company to hold its end of the deal. And its end of the deal is that it will cover you if something happens. It held that end of the deal for the whole year. Nothing happened. You got your money's worth. If something had happened, they would have paid out. And that is the best way to look at it, to know that it really makes sense. Now, those who have the bad money attitude, let's put it in health. So what you're saying is that you prefer that something really serious happened to you medically, so the insurance company pay out and then your money wasn't wasted. So that is an attitude which is not correct. So that's an explanation. I'd say I will get a shortcut explanation as to it's not that it doesn't make sense. You are actually getting your money's worth because you're getting the coverage of the risk that you will have to pay out a big money if that thing that you're insured against happens.
So what approach would you say can help some of us to have a better attitude, a good attitude toward insurance?
Right. There is one thing I think I remember we were discussing about 3 programs or 2 ago, that insurance and health insurance is one of the expenses you will put inside your needs, right? And that was because as physical human beings, we get sick from time to time. And very often, if it's a regular visit, you could handle the bill. But if it is a visit where you do endless tests and something is discovered and you have to remedy something with medication, maybe even surgery, all of that's a big bill. And there is where the insurance really comes in. So we have to, for a good attitude, we have to ask ourselves certain questions. And some of them would be very uncomfortable to ask. For example, what would happen if hurricane season come in and when it comes, great damage to your house happen? Or what would happen if the water table or flood come through and really destroy your foundation, your basement, destroy your downstairs? What would happen? Where would you get a lump sum of money to deal with that? And you had to think about it in that way. What would happen if there is a fire next door that spill over into your house, or in your house that spill over into another house? The damages are to you. What would happen? How quickly would you replace your house and the things in your house as well? What would happen if you had a break into the house and thief take all your valuables? This is what you think about when you think about insurance. What would happen if you fell ill and you couldn't walk again? Disability. What would happen if you had an accident and you were at fault and, damages, collisions, people in hospital, big bills? What would happen? So these are the questions you ask, and very uncomfortable. What would happen to your family if you die today or tomorrow? This is a question that you ask to bring your mind to have a positive attitude to insurance. What you are really paying for is the coverage, that the risk that you want to protect against. When it happens, you don't have to hurt your head. So tonight and all, you could go and sleep comfortably, knowing that you have already paid an insurance company to take care of those big bills if they come, when they come. True, you don't know if they will come. The insurance company don't know neither, but they enter into a contract with you that if it happens, they will pay for it.
But we're talking, saving money and letting your money work for you. And yes, for some transactions, in some laws as well, things like mortgage and vehicle licensing insurance, these things are a must. So for some families who have to pay the mortgage, have 2 vehicles, insurance can run into the thousands of dollars. So what should someone cover with insurance? How do you really know what kind and how much insurance you need for you and your family?
Right, good question, because the essence of the whole savings in insurance is making sure that you're not paying for more insurance than you need, right? So we're not selling insurance here this morning. All we do is we're talking about the savings, as you correctly say. So you're paying for all that you need means that you have to pay attention. For you to pay not to pay more than you need, you have to pay attention to what it is that you're protecting. That's the most important thing. And what's the value of replacement, or the value that you want to be repaid if whatever your protection against happen? It's true, insurance kind of complicated and you have fine print and so on. But even though it's complicated, even though it's plenty fine prints, our attitude to it can be very straightforward. And that is, it is needed for protection, full stop. Not much more. So it's up to us now to determine, to take a look at what are the things that we think in our life needs protection against, especially for the money consequences if those things happen, for ourselves and for our family. And when we think of it that way, then we can come up to say, well, if we're thinking of house, for example, we look at the valuable that we have in the house, and we look at the cost of replacing a house or rebuilding a house, an example, and you do fire for that, right? You don't do for a $1 million house if you only have a $500,000 house. You see? So that is how you really make sure that you pay only that which you need. Health is the same thing. You actually have a healthy situation depending on your age, then you take as much coverage as you can get, but you don't go and pay for a health insurance as though you were a person with bad habits, I don't know, of drinking and smoking and so on. If you don't have those things, you don't pay for insurance that covers and covers with riders and all that you can take for those things, yes? So that's how you really approach it. You look to see what it is that you want to cover, that you need to cover, in fact, and you try to get the biggest bang for your money. Now, a lot of us just rely on the insurance sales agents in order to know what to buy, but that is not sufficient. The sales agent is actually selling for his commission and for his company's money. But what you need to do is to discuss with him to get information as to what he has in his policy, what he's offering you, and then you put that against what you need to insure.
You make a valid point about the insurance salespeople, because that's who we interact with, and they literally sell the insurance to us, and we just buy it without maybe doing some greater digging. But I mean, how can you really save? Can you really save and still have good insurance coverage? Is that a possibility?
Yes, you can actually save and have good insurance policy coverage, because as we say, you want to cover only those things that you should cover. A first important step to make sure that you could save and still have good insurance is to determine and to decide. And I would advise very strongly, only insure against possible significant financial loss. Don't insure against small matters. Right? You have to insure against major catastrophe that could happen, that could change the course of your circumstance and the course of your life. For small matters, use regular savings and use an emergency savings fund. Right? But if you have an emergency saving fund and you have irregular savings, then your insurance doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be large. All your insurance has to do, your premium should be covering, are those significant catastrophic things that could happen in your life. It makes no sense to insure against an $800 emergency if your pocket, your salary, and so on could cover that. It costs more for you to insure that per dollar than if you were doing that from your pocket. So that's how you really make sure you save money. You pay attention to the large things. And then some people also do the thing of taking the insurance here and another insurance there because they know that agent and they know that other agent. So they end up with 2 life policy, or they end up with 1 car policy here, next car policy there, that kind of thing. And those are the things that lead us into spending more than we need, because your insurance for permanent insurance for life should be just that. And you have one and you have it in a way that you know you are covered, your family is covered if you lost your life, and you actually can take out other insurance like term insurance so that you can cover only if you are young, if you die prematurely, and that has a big amount and you pay a small premium. So the idea is to understand what the offers are, but to know what it is that you want to cover and don't cover more than that. That's extremely important. Yeah.
You just mentioned life insurance. Anything we can do to save in that part of the insurance coverage, life insurance?
Life insurance, right. Well, in life insurance, there is one thing that is that we should distinguish between the life insurance that is the one that is a permanent insurance that gives us coverage in case we die. Then our family have something to pay the funeral, to take care of the bills that you used to take care of, and so on. And that you gauge that depending on your family size, your family age, and well-being, and so on. Then there is the term insurance, which is not the same as permanent life insurance. The permanent life insurance sometimes have a savings component to it, and that ever confuse people to think it's an investment. Insurance is not an investment. It might have a savings component, and that is for that. But the term insurance is one for young persons who just want to cover in case you die prematurely. Right? It is very famous for having a very big coverage. So you pay a small amount of money, like $100 for $1 million or $2 million and so on. So it's pennies for large coverage, but it's only for terms, say for 30 years or 20 years or 10 years. And it only now pays if you die. After the term is finished, it is no longer valid, unlike the permanent life insurance, where it goes on the way until you whole of life, they call it in many cases. So that's one way you could save. You distinguish between between your permanent insurance and your term insurance. You get as much as you can for term insurance. Also, life insurance that you can, the way you can save. So I mentioned that because the term is much cheaper than the permanent, and I also mentioned that because when you do the permanent life, you must do it up to a value that it makes sense. You don't do it up to a value that make no sense at all, so you're paying a high premium, right? And the sales agent will help you to work out and to determine that. The other way in which you could save with life insurance is about the riders. A lot of these insurance have riders on them, which people don't need. So, for example, there is a rider which is called, I think this one is called the early. I can't remember the name now, but it means that you get a portion of your life insurance benefit while you're living if you are diagnosed with a terminal illness. Some people big and healthy and so on, they don't know that they will have terminal illness. That is true. But if you have life insurance, you're pretty healthy and so on, and you are early in age, even if you are later in age, the reason why you will take such an insurance, that insurance says, is because you want money to cover your insurance, your health bill and so on, if you're terminally ill. But if you're terminally ill, one thing we know that we didn't know before, which is that you are going to die earlier than you know more or less, and doctors can project. But if you have health insurance, you may not need that. So you have to know whether or not you need to take that rider. There is another one which says that if you became unable to work, then your premium would be paid by the insurance company. It's called a premium waiver. That premium waiver, perhaps you don't need to pay for that in your insurance policy every month. Why? Because maybe you have an emergency fund, or maybe you have a good savings. If you have a good savings already, or if you plan to have a good savings and you have a good money attitude, you put that money instead of in the insurance company on a rider, which you wouldn't use anyway. You put it inside your savings account, so that if indeed you do lose your job for a year or 6 months, you take that money from your savings account. It is there where you have it. It is not paid into the insurance company. Remember what we say, insurance is an expense, it's not an investment. So that means when you put that money there, it's gone because you are consuming the coverage of the risk. They covering for you, that's the risk covered, you are getting your money's worth, but it's an expense, you don't get it back. So if you take that money which is in the rider and you put that in your savings account, that is a savings. Remember, all these ways we say you could reduce on your insurance premium doesn't mean that you take the money and do something else with it. It means that you actually take the money and you put it into your savings account. And if your savings account big already, into your investments. Yeah?
All right.
Those are examples which you could save there on life.
Well, we are out of time, Mr. Francis, but let me see if I can sum up what I learned this morning. So don't just take anything the insurance agent says. That's the biggest thing I took away. And to be careful to use insurance mainly for protection against the risk of large expenses caused by, let's say, uncontrollable events.
Uncontrollable events, that's right.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yes. I got it. Understood. I will definitely use these tips.
That's a good summary, and you make sure that one important thing is you review each of your insurance policy every year. That's a critical thing, because while you're reviewing the policy every year, you can determine whether you have too much, whether you have too little, and so on. In house, for example, you can determine whether your valuables, or car, whether your valuables, the value has gone down, so you pay a smaller premium and so. So there are many ways like this, and there's a pity we didn't have much time to speak about how you can save on car insurance, for example, where there are many ways in which you can. But one thing I would just like to close by saying is that you have the other way, when you review every year, the opportunity to look at how your insurance is structured and how much premium you are paying. Things like deductibles, you could have the opportunity to increase your deductibles because you're better off now. You have a larger emergency fund, so you don't need to have such a small deductible. For deductibles, you pay a lot. If you increase your deductible even by $500, you could pay 31% less on your premium with some companies. So that's the last thing I would leave with, to say, make sure you review your insurance policy every single year. And if you don't know the details, ask for help, even from your sales agent, but also from any other accountant or your financial planner or advisor, so that they can guide you through it.
I feel we'll have to do insurance part 2.
Viewers, that today was so short, and in any event, we will see if we can make it up sometime.
Yeah, man, we'll have an insurance part 2 soon time, because this is a series that goes on for the next few weeks. So we'll have a part 2. Thank you very much, Mr. Francis. Looking forward to our next discussion. I'm learning a lot by this. This is the 3rd one, and it has all been fruitful so far. So thank you so much for sharing the information.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful day, and a wonderful day to everyone.
Thank you. You too. Sponsored by Republic Bank. This was Money Matters with financial consultant Tali Francis every Tuesday morning here on Good Morning Grenada, giving you various tips on how to let your money work for you. Let's now get ready for the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast. Thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Grenada. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And coming up at 9, we host the NDC's, one of the NDC's latest caretakers, Mr. Leo Cato. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.